Hey guys, this is your very own supermom Mitali here, and in today's video I'm going to be telling you a productivity hack that if you're not following, you have to start now. And it's a tech device that completely changed my life back from 2016. As they say, reading is to the mind what exercise is to the body, and I happen to love both. But if there is a device which holds up to 1 lakh plus books, why do you need to buy physical books? Absolutely not. And what actually happened is how I stumbled upon this Kindle is entirely because of my husband. Now, me being a voracious reader, first thanks goes to my sister because she started reading all these comic books. And because I am 10 years older than her, yes, I am, and I have a 10-year younger sister than me, I started reading all different kinds of books. And it so happened that I kept on accumulating these books because I am sort of a nerd. And I happen to have 5,000 books. Now, when I got married, we had to shift a lot of houses because we kept on moving from a smaller flat to a bigger flat to a newer area to stuff like that. And when the kids were born, shuffling and shifting these books everywhere whenever we changed our house became increasingly difficult. Hence, my husband gave me a challenge to donate all those books to a library or to kids in need or to a school, and I did that, and he gifted me a Kindle. And this has been one of the best reading devices or reading tech as you would call it. So in this video, I'm going to be talking to all you moms as to how to read on a Kindle, and that is one of the basic principles for being a productive mother. So that is our productivity 101. My best reading tech, which is Kindle. Actually, the first thing which happened when I got this Kindle, actually my husband gifted it to me. The initial reading experience was a little difficult, and it took me almost 2 days to get used to the whole reading experience on a Kindle, because when you're holding a physical book in your hand, you can hold the book, you can see the book, you can smell the book, and smell is also one of the factors for a lot of people. And it's the whole point of having the book in your hand and flipping the pages. That automatically changes when you get the Kindle, but of course it's an amazing piece of tech, and it just takes 24 to 48 hours to get used to it. So the first thing which happened when I got the Kindle is automatically the books that consumed a lot of space, almost 5,000 books in my house, got freed. That those books somehow magically disappeared and were replaced by just one piece. So for all the mothers who are complaining that they don't have any space in the house, I would suggest that you get a Kindle. The second thing which happened is whenever I tried to read after my daughter was born, and I almost immediately started reading, right from the hospital, because I am a nerd and a kind of a bookworm, is I had to carry some sort of a light because she slept, and when the light started, even for reading the book, she used to get up. So I was confused. I tried a lot of devices like the pen light and the bookmark light, but none of it happened, and it automatically started straining my eyes. So when I got the Kindle, and that's a blessing for the mothers, my daughter slept besides me and I could read. And I used to read a lot because when your baby is really young, baby keeps on getting up in between. So whenever you're reading, you don't have to turn on any light, and also your reading continues while you address or nurse the baby, or feed the baby, or do different chores. So that really helped me. The next point is cost effectiveness. Now if you go on to the Amazon app and type the name of any book, for example Harry Potter Part 1, and you compare the prices of the Harry Potter physical book versus the Harry Potter Kindle book, obviously the books on Kindle will cost less. So here it is, we are saving almost 100-200 bucks, and in many cases 1,000 bucks, 1,000 Indian rupees. So that's a lot of saving. Secondly, Kindle books arrive almost immediately. So almost when you press the buy Kindle book option, in 2 minutes, 5 minutes if your Wi-Fi speed is less, it arrives on your Kindle. And that is an amazing piece of technology that exists but many people are not using. So why not? It enhances your reading experience and slows down your waiting time. Also, there is something called as Kindle Unlimited, which is a set of books, and I think there are 3 months, 4 months, you can go and check out the details. You can buy the Kindle Unlimited subscription, and that gives you free access to almost 1000 2000 books every month. So when I first bought my Kindle, I tried Kindle Unlimited, and they had some of the books which were already on my reading list, but most of them did not exist. So it's a great piece of advice for somebody who's just buying out the Kindle or starting out on a Kindle. Try Kindle Unlimited and check it out for yourself. Imagine that you're a mom who loves reading but cannot carry 10, 15, 20 books while traveling. I think Kindle is the best investment that you can do, because you can carry almost 1 lakh books on the Kindle while you're traveling. And guys, I'm telling about my experience. Since the time I have got Kindle in 2016, I have read almost 100 plus books on this very device itself. And especially while traveling, in the plane, which gets boring, and if you're traveling to countries like US, Australia, and the travel distance is 12 hours, I've read almost 2 books in that duration. So it is really easy to carry while traveling, and I think that is one of the most important reasons that I love this productivity tech of mine. So this is how the Kindle looks like. This is a Kindle Paperwhite. It has an option of connecting it to your Wi-Fi, and that is how the books will arrive. Now I am reading this book. I've almost just started reading this book, Building a Second Brain by Tiago Forte, which was recommended by Ali Abdal, one of my favorite YouTube content creators. And what happens is that Kindle comes loaded with a lot of features. For example, if this font doesn't work for me, or if I have reading glasses and I do not happen to have it with me, there is an option of changing and also increasing the font. So I can almost make it bolder. I can also go in and change the font. I go into the font family and I make it Bookerly, and it automatically changes. I can also convert it into Helvetica, and the font changes. And if I again don't like the option of this one, I can go back and make it less bolder. I can increase the size of the font. And so there are a lot of options, and I also love one more option. Let me just go back to my original settings. Suppose I want to read something, and whenever I used to read books also, I never liked the option of highlighting anything, because I thought that is ruining the book. But here we can highlight or take notes almost instantly. Suppose I've highlighted this, I can take it as a note and I can write something like, okay, I would agree that typing here is not that great, but there are different apps for that. I'm not going into it at the moment, and I save. And this is all saved, and when I come back, these notes are ready for me to see, read, go through them again. So this is how the Kindle looks like, and I have read so many books on this, and I can go here in the library and it will show me what all books are there in my library, and there are a lot of books. Also, one more thing you guys can do is you can share this Kindle with your husband or with your kids, and they can also buy, like, and read books simultaneously. Like this book has been read by my daughter. One more thing about it is that you can connect it to Goodreads. Market is currently reading. You can also go in and check on Goodreads as to what other people are reading. That is how I found many other books as well. And it The light in this book is really amazing. Also, you can go in and adjust the light and make it darker or less dark if you don't want it to be as bright as this thing. You can go in and change it. You can also switch off the Wi-Fi so that you can conserve the battery, and I've been using it for a lot of years and no issues with my battery. There are settings and you can go in and fiddle with it, but it's an amazing piece of tech that I would advise every mom to buy. One more feature I love about the Kindle is its durability. I have used it, almost abused it, it's fallen down, it's slipped off, and a lot of things have happened to this Kindle. As I told you, my daughter also simultaneously reads it, though I don't like sharing any of my devices with my kids or husband. It is durable, and I think it's the most productive tech device that I am using at the moment. So the most important thing, and I know this question should have been addressed in the start, but I purposely kept it for the end because I'm not a big fan of the Kindle app, which you can either download on your iPad or your mobile. Now what happens with that is, I have obviously tried downloading, and it also syncs to your Kindle, but the light in the app is not that great, and it really disturbs your eye. Also, reading a book on a specific tech device versus reading it on your mobile or your iPad, there is a lot of difference, because your Kindle doesn't have any SIM card, or nobody is going to call you on your Kindle, or there are no disturbances while reading a Kindle. But at the same thing, while I started reading books on the Kindle app on my phone to save time, and when I did not have Kindle and I wanted to know what happens in the end of a particular book, I had a lot of disturbances. People were calling me, there were notifications on WhatsApp and Instagram disturbing me. So I am not a big fan of the Kindle app. And if you are someone who has downloaded the app and decided not to buy the Kindle, I would suggest that you borrow a Kindle from your friend and check it out if it works for you. But like I said, it takes a little bit of adjustment, and it takes a little bit of adjustment in your brain to get used to the whole experience of having a reading tech by your side. This video is not sponsored by Amazon or Kindle. I wish it was, but one or many of the key takeaways from this video are that moms should start reading in order to become productive. When we start reading, we go into that, automatically magically transform into that world, and there are a lot of books which have made me a better human being, and also an intelligent human being, also a smart human being, and a good mother, is because of various books on self-help, parenting, science fiction, fantasy that I have come across. We also read and learn a lot of things, and if you want to raise a kid who is into reading, then the first thing is that you should start reading. And for that, I would suggest buy a Kindle rather than buying so many books and then storing them somewhere. Also, keeping them clean and keeping them neat and tidy becomes a huge chore, which is automatically skipped when you buy a Kindle. So these were all the pros of buying a Kindle. What are the cons of buying the Kindle? I haven't come across any cons of buying the Kindle, except that it needs charging, and it doesn't have that latest C port or whatever it is called. It has a very old kind of a charging point or a charging cable, and you just have to carry it wherever you go. That is the only con that I feel. Also, the battery life of the Kindle is really amazing, so I can use it very effortlessly. So I don't have any cons of using the Kindle, except that it has taught me a lot, and I love my Kindle. So how did you like this video on my best productivity tech, which is the Kindle? And why did I try to include this video is because I meet a lot of mothers who say that I don't have the time to read, I cannot read when my kid sleeps, I cannot read when my kid is awake, I cannot read Stop making all these excuses. Buy a Kindle and tell your kid that it is your reading time, and he or she will understand and allow you that time. Also, he or she will see that you are reading, hence they will start reading themselves. So how did you like this video on my best productivity tech, which is the Kindle? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, all of you who have been meeting me in the gym, near the school and in lots of places have been congratulated me for revamping my YouTube channel, and I am really grateful. I am not giving up on this channel again. So I will see you in the next video, which will be released on next Wednesday. Till then, be productive, be a good mother, and keep on rocking.